Alright, so when we left off, we failed an inquisition for one province, because apparently the whole of Cyrodil banded together, despite the fact that they're all at war with each other. Somehow they managed to field enough men to destroy our entire army, and leave us with next to nothing. And then during that war, the High Elves declared war on us for this southern province here. We could be in a little bit of trouble. We're going to call in our allies. They do have to take boats. So, they're coming in at half morale. I'm thinking if we're quick, can we summon troops? We can summon some troops. How many troops can we summon is the real question. Okay, that's not great. So we have a good couple of thousand troops here of our own. I think we're just going to move to the south of Valenwood. We're going to get our allies to attach to us here. Okay, that's pretty good. So here come their ships. As long as I'm going to turn the speed down. Very rare for me, I know. We're going to follow these troops. So they're going to the coast of Dis. If we can intercept them as they get off their boats, we can probably destroy whatever, because they're going to be ferrying them over. I was just about to say in very small stacks. Fortunately for us. Okay, so they are moving straight on our capital duchy. Alright, 1,600 men. If we can beat the boats there, or at least a decent amount of reinforcements. My friend has invited me to a great banquet. Sure, why not? Let's do something to take our mind off the war. Okay, that's not good. We can summon a very small amount more Dremora. Oh, of course, we have a ridiculous amount of gold. We could just hire some mercenaries here. We need to cancel that previous rally point, so that's my mistake. Alright, so we'll go for a pincer attack here. And we should probably merge these units. It's a shame that they're coming in slightly late. Alright, 21% war score. And we will chase them over just to completely destroy them, so we're not... Okay, we're going to trait Zealous. Oh, lose the trait Zealous, sorry. That's a little bit annoying, but it means if we do want to change our cult, we can. Alright, so we have our ruins. Just some gold. Lately, I've had reason to believe that Cyrodil has less warm feelings than my feline companion. Today, my suspicions were confirmed as he threw a fit when my cat drank from his cup. He demands I get rid of the pet. I can destroy my cat. I can give it to my friend Cyrodil. Or I can say, never will I be parted from my precious kitty. Or what we could do is we can say, I'll give it to Cyrodil, and then we can just give it to Hermes Mora. Oh, Cyrodil has already taken the cat. Instantly. He was there, ready and waiting. We haven't even unpaused. Well, never mind then. Well, one of the things we can do is just summon another one. I'd rather save the magic, to be honest, to summon Dremora, which are going to help us win wars. New Dragonborn? Watchmaster Dunor of the Pale Watch. He's a really shit Dragonborn. I'm going to be honest. Kind, arbitrary, honest, humble Dragonborn. He's a Breton with shit Marshal. Well, good for you. Beware, beware of his ain't Marshal. Thank you, Cyrodil, for taking such good care of my cat. We bond over our love of cats. What a nice guy. Alright, did that just say we become a better commander? Yeah, look at this. We're a veteran now, so we're almost there to fulfilling our wish to become a great general. 7,200 men. Where were you guys when all of the Imperials banded together? Alright, we almost lost a battle there because my vassals thought they could take on way more men than they could. Okay, Mailman is apparently... Darevin the Quarreler again. Darevin. What have I told you about quarreling all the damn time? Alright. It's going to be a very slow war. This guy's going for his claims. Alright, I think this is a good sign, because in the future it means we don't need to worry about the Somerset Isles too much, because if they don't have enough boats to carry over their whole fleet, this is just how the AI works in this game. Unfortunately, it's a little cheesy. Obviously, if our armies were over the different side of the province, or if we were a bit further away and couldn't get as many troops over, that would be a little different. They don't really seem to understand how best to, like, deliver troops. Alright, I suppose we'll just keep doing this, wait for the war score to pick up small amounts of war score where we can. I'm not going to hire boats or anything just to speed this up. So we've got prisoners for Mora. Let's go ahead and... Wow, a lot of Imperials. Oh, wow. Okay. Have we got any particularly high ones now? Got 45. I never actually noticed that before, that was the value of the prisoners. That's really useful that they show you that. Just go ahead and sacrifice a whole bunch of prisoners. We can almost claim another artifact as well. Hopefully it'll be something better than the Ogma Infinium. You know, it's not like I spent the whole game trying to get that. I should really keep an eye on how much cash I am actually offering him. I'll pay attention next time, I promise. Just go ahead and get rid of a few more. I won't do this for too much longer. I'll probably do this in between sessions next time. And, you know, make a note to mention it at the start. Okay, that's... We're over 1,000 now. I think artifact is 800 or something like that, right? Let's go ahead and claim an artifact. Wealth of Oblivion. We could save up to start consulting black books, which will give us permanent stat boosts. We got some gold. Wow. What a waste. Yeah, no, the war will soon be won. I'm just going to wait for them to get a bunch of troops on the mainland so we can smash them all in one go rather than keep on pausing and repausing, moving troops around. There we go. So we'll be over pretty soon. And then I think we might go back for Miss Karkand. I kind of want to make a point. You know, make an example of them. Because we do want to win back our moral authority. 68% though, hang on a second. We're doing quite well, despite my failure. Ah, look. So this guy here, the chosen Hussar, son of the Daedric Princess, has taken Moonsuite. Wow, they've expanded quite far. They're a pretty handy neighbor to have, considering they're the, essentially the holy order of my religion. Alright, there we go. It's 100%. So he's now going to give us just some prestige. Oh, 776 gold. Should pay for those mercs I had to hire. Perfect. Alright. That's also going to have a secondary effect of weakening the Somerset Isles here, because their treasury is now almost decimated, to be honest. It's not... To be honest, they're doing better than I thought, but quite a stable ram. Let's just have a look at Pyrodonia a second. Organum's still alive. 3,000 years old. Quite impressive. There are more than a few games I've had where he's been overthrown pretty early on. That's pretty impressive. Alright. What about taking the whole of Such? Because this is sort of like ripe for the picking. We could take the Anvil Coast here. I don't want to use the Warlord Casus Belli when I can, mainly because A, it's overpowered and it'll make this go really, really fast, because we could, in theory, just Warlord the whole of the Colovian Estates. They wouldn't be able to call in all the other Imperial provinces, so I don't think they would stand a chance. And I also want to use the Inquisition to give us as much moral authority as possible for the faster conversions. No, let's stick with my original plan. Let's cut through to the Heartlands, take the Imperial Isle. Alright, so for you, we want to... Okay, we're now at truce with you, but we do have another way around through here. To take Nibene, what do we want to take? If we do an Inquisition against Skingrad, it will give us 4 provinces, and more reason to take Skingrad in the future. In fact, I think we will entirely surround Skingrad at that point, which means other people won't be able to declare war so easily because they won't share a border. So let's go ahead and Inquisition Skingrad. Now, they are at war, which means they're going to be massively distracted. They're at war with what also appears to be everyone. The Heartlands and the Colovian Estates will probably jump in here. How many do they have? 1,000, and this guy has 3,400. Not a big deal. I'm not going to make the mistake of keeping my own levy down to try and save costs, seeing as it cost us more in war reps. We're going to hire 3 bands of mercenaries as well, and some Dremora. Don't know how much we can get going here. Well, this is a pretty fair amount, considering we didn't have long for our mana to recharge. Alright. So let's go ahead and band these guys together. We've got 12,000 men. I think if we put them in one province... Oh, we can just about handle it. We'll probably lose a few to battles here and there, so we can just about stay above the supply limit. So move them all up. Now, unfortunately, all these provinces are sieged. We could go for... Oh, almost all of Nibene are sieged. Damn. We could wait for them to come to us. I imagine their allies will come in. Vidrold is gathering men for an attack on my territory. Is he indeed? Well, unfortunately, he's quite defended against plots. We could turn him into a chicken. I suppose that would probably... Oh, we could assassinate him. We could pay off the Dark Brotherhood. How much are they? 300 gold. I think that's fair. They wanted to make another attempt and they've given me a partial refund because they failed. That's a shame, but let's try again. They failed, but they did wound him. Okay, weird. We'll give it one more go. If not, we'll just let it happen naturally. Wow, the Dark Brotherhood are really not doing well, are they? That's 450 gold we've essentially wasted there if you take into account the refunds. Skyrim almost formed. Oh no, sorry, I thought that was a revolt just because they have similar colours. Actually, half and half. Alright, never mind. What can we do? I mean, we're not going to get any war score unless we siege from these provinces. Maybe we can siege them because they are... So maybe they join the war against me. Skingrad joined, so we'll go ahead and siege Skingrad down. We do want to kill off a few of our own troops. It sounds a bit ridiculous, but... we pretty much can't afford the supply against. Or for them, I should say. There we go. I'm going to move over to these provinces here just to siege them to keep our war score above... Okay, we got our provinces. Our ruins, sorry. An Alien sword. Okay, interesting. Necklace of swords. Correct to the count of such, we could be friends. Maybe not. What are these doing? Let's have a look. We might want to switch some artifacts out. Elliot sword. Plus 0.8 monthly prestige. Plus 1 martial. Plus 2 learning. That's pretty impressive. Compared to our flawless dwarven sword, just gives martial and personal combat modifier. That gives way more martial, but this also gives learning. We are a mage, so I'm actually going to take this and give that to Hermaeus. Where is that? There you go. So we gave him 500 plus another 75 because he was pleased with the offering. We'll save it for black books now. How about that? We'll go ahead and check out that. What was it? Amulet of Swords or something? Necklace of Swords. Martial personal combat, 0.5 months prestige plus 1% damage compared to this one. Honestly, I think that the Amulet of Domination is probably better, seeing as it affects the revolt risk, and it gives plus 10 sex appeal, which means all female vassals have an additional plus 10 opinion with us. I think it's unless they have the homosexual trait, which wouldn't make sense, so let's go ahead and siege in their provinces just so we can pick up some cheap war score, just to keep us above the 0%. The Heartlands have joined the war. A little bit of a shame. Means we need to keep an eye on their forces. Although this does give us reason to kill off some of their troops, so that if we do move up into their provinces relatively soon, they're going to be pretty weakened. Let's go ahead and take these out before we move down. My son has witch's pox. Gross. Alright, sweet. I'm brave. Well, that's really good. 37% war score. Sweet. So we are picking up some pretty cheap war score here thanks to all these allies coming in, which is what I mentioned earlier, you know. Them calling in allies, it gives us more war score available to grab. Without it, we would be limited to sieging down 3 provinces that are already sieged down. Shit. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, Green Pact Uprising. We need to deal with this quickly before their troops... So their troops and revolts in general are based on your own troop limit. And as soon as our own troop limit... Okay, here we go. Host war as well. The Inquisitional conflict ended because Queen Romana was crowned. Very annoying. Okay. Not too much of a problem, because it means we've got troops ready to deal with some of these problems here. And this guy's already dealt with. Forced demands. So that's going to give us a little more moral authority and reduce our rebellions. This is pretty good. This is great. So that was Infidel Rebels Crusher. I don't know if you saw that on the religious modifier. Gives plus 3%. And that will stack. So if this guy over here, the Army of the Wretched or whatever, managed to pull that off as well, it'll be additive. It's not just a single flat buff, essentially. Okay, let's find this dude. Whereabouts are you? I remember the last one of these we had, they didn't really know how to get to us. They were just sat dying to attrition. He's over in East March. Is he actually moving? Leading troops eastwards. Yeah, he is. Look at that. Varanus, Aldera. So he is moving south quite... Oh, no. He's moving to Morrowind. And he's dead. Oh, he died of the wound the Dark Brotherhood gave him. Well, you know what? That worked out for the better. We got a refund, and they pretty much did their job anyway, so can't complain too much. Let's put down those hired mercs. And we should probably focus on upgrading our own provinces a little bit while we're sort of in a little bit of peacetime. We could build a new holding here. We've got a capital. We got, you know what? Let's build city holdings. Obviously, they give tax. We don't really need tax, but we can build the soul harvesting in them either way. To be honest, I should really be going for tech points. Like I said, we're moving our capital soon, so we also don't have enough tech points here to build, or I should say, upgrade our shrines. What is that? Construction level 2, isn't it, for shrines? Yeah. Can we get to construction level 2? Probably not. We're quite close. 270, 9 out of 370. It's not too far off. Okay, I think we're going to use... We still can't... I assume we're still at peace with you, right? Oh, army levies. Let's put those down first. No, we're not. So we could do an inquisition against Skingrad and pretty much win it instantly. So I'm going to use a cheese tactic here. Highgraven Cult's Faith Triumph. Okay, we don't really care about that, I shouldn't imagine. So it's going to take us till the 12th of Frostfall to get there. So we're going to pause it as close to 12th of Frostfall as we can. And 11th. Alright. So what we're going to do now is declare war. An Inquisition. Because it's a single province, once our troops move in, they won't be able to raise troops first and foremost. But it also means we can pretty much immediately siege it down without any slowdown. Which means the other nearby 8 Divines Faith won't be able to join the war. Again, a little cheesy, but it will pretty much win the war for us relatively instantly. We could try for an assault. I don't think it's worth it. So they have joined, but they're not going to be able to get here in time. Only one province, which means once we've sieged this down, we're done. Okay. So this is essentially the equivalent of the bubonic plague. Holy shit. We can't go a minute without something else happening. Let's go ahead and push for peace as soon as we can. And you know what? It's a good job we're trying to upgrade our shrines and I invest in construction there. And do we have a count of Skingrad? No, we only have one province. That's really annoying. Okay. So we have the Connaughton flu. Well, we don't. But the Connaughton flu is on the loose. And this is... I've got it set to historical. So this is going to break out of Stormhold and head and follow its historical sort of like, or you know, lore-based path. Which is more or less going to be everywhere. Let's go ahead and sort out our duchies here. I forgot this had, it's quite rare for provinces to have holdings in them. Skingrad, let's just give this away to anyone. Sod it. You are just a court physician. Congrats, you now have Skingrad. I think we just sit and wait for this to blow over. What it will do is massively weaken up Nibene. I don't know if it will actually come that far over to us. I mean, I imagine it will just sweep through the whole of Tamriel. But we will... We might be safe. So you can see it's heading through Morrowind there. We'll just keep an eye on this for a bit. With that event, by the way, I've had it a few times because I'm on the stewardship, folks. I haven't mentioned it. It basically said there's been some grisly murders and a man has been found nearby. You have the choice to execute him, let him go, or chuck him in prison. If you execute him, there's a chance he was innocent, and you will lose stewardship and piety. If you let him go, there's a chance he could have been the murderer and he'll murder again. Which, again, I think you lose prestige in that case. It does make sense. Or you can chuck him in prison, sort of the neutral route, and you don't really lose anything. It's not, there's no gamble associated with it. So that's generally what I do with that. But I suppose next time I'll just execute him or whatever. Seeing as we get that event a lot, you know, if you put 2 and 2 together, maybe he is the murderer. Maybe I'll let this poor guy, I say poor guy, maybe I'll let poor people in the countryside be murdered over and over. Okay, so it has spread to us via the sea here from Hammerfell. We're not bothered by this. We are an immortal lich. Our wife might die. Our son also might die. And we're going to have a lot of vassals that we're going to have to restructure after this, because this is going to kill a lot of people. Speaking of which, we're going to leave our front doors open and just go with it. I'll stop leaving troops. I kind of want to march them somewhere it's safe. Argonia is most likely the safest place. That way we won't lose them to attrition. Can we outrun it? That's the real question. So he's got the Canartan flu. If we have a look at this, -8 to your health. And he's already stressed anyway. This could be the end of our sun. We could heal him. But I did say a couple of episodes ago that once my character dies, once Elrang dies, that's it. Alright, let's go ahead and maneuver. If we set them this way, I'm going to draw a custom sort of route for them to follow here. And if we can get them to Argonia, they'll be relatively safe from the flu. No, it's not going to happen. I think the flu has beaten us. If only I'd thought to do this. We might just make it. I'm trying to keep an eye on my troops. The issue is I don't want to dish out more provinces because they're just going to die almost immediately. Because of, obviously, you know, the plague. Greenshade. Who does Greenshade belong to? No, we inherited all of Greenshade, did we really? Wow. Okay. There you go. Oh, we have no council. The entire council died. Shit. Well, that's not great. There you go. You can have Greenshade. We are going to have to, unfortunately, do some management during this. You know what? Let's come back to this. That'll do for now. Thanks for watching. If you like these videos, give me a like. Leave a comment. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Or give me some ideas for what I should do. More to the point, you can help guide this a little bit if you'd really like. Yeah, thanks for watching.